If you find yourself with a camera in your hand and want to learn how to use it, please subscribe to this channel, like the videos, comment below. Hi photographers. Today we're talking about sparkling drinks and how to capture that and what are the best things to focus on to make sure that you don't lose in the process of the photo shoot. So sparkling drinks. For instance, I'm going to throw out a brand here. They are not a sponsor, but Welch's Sparkling Grape Juice. Okay, there are a lot of sparkling drinks out there. Okay, so Welch's is not the only one, but just I think for a vast majority of our viewing audience here, Welch's is going to be a known brand. So Welch's Sparkling Grape Juice, what our three tips here are going to kind of give you what we are, I believe are the three most important things to focus on. If you want to focus on other things in addition to these three, that's great. But this, in my opinion, when I look at an image, if I don't see these things hit, I'm going to be going, it lacks. It needs to have these things hit, and other things can come in, be added to the style, the shoot, the atmosphere, and the communication of it. But I was carefully thinking about when I was putting this down and doing my own shot for sparkling drinks, that lighting, again, as with everything, lighting is key. But here it's our number one tip, because the lighting is going to be what I'm going to use a word that perhaps you wouldn't think about, but it draws out or isolates the carbonation, which is the bubble in the drink. So the bubble of added carbonation to the grape juice, giving it that sparkling effect because it has the carbonated bubbles. You want to make sure to light it in such a way so as to make those bubbles catch the light, usually in a light from the back, so that it kind of catches off the edge of the bubbles and kind of reflects around your camera lens. And the light from the back off to a side is going to help your lighting of the glass. Now, thankfully, you're not going to need a lot of lighting from the front. You might want a fill card reflecting light back into the glass. Be careful that you don't cause the glass to wash out with a white card up front. So you're going to want to place that card carefully. Or find silver paper if you don't want to use white, or you're having an issue there with creating some sort of white reflection that you didn't anticipate. Tip number 2, you're going to want to use the right flute, is what at least what we commonly call around here. Some champagnes are drunk out of flutes, and others you may just call it champagne stemware, and that's perfectly fine. But you find the right one to showcase in your shot, not necessarily showcasing the glass is what I'm saying, but showcasing the sparkling drink. And perhaps you're shooting for a champagne manufacturer. With some of the other tips of shooting other drink styles, you can use those tips in this as well, but we're not focusing on those for our 3 tips. But in using the right flute, I'm saying if you're doing a pour shot, you're going to want the pour to look right in the flute, and so that's why I'm saying you want to choose the right flute. And you're going to want to make sure it's held in the proper direction, that your camera, there's a whole lot of ways to make this so very complicated, and the shoot style, and so I'm not getting into that because I don't have time for that, but in the video. But if y'all wanted me to delve into those sort of things, perhaps it would be better to do a reaction video of showing you what other photographers do and go through to get these style of shots. Not to discourage you, but to help you understand some of what you might need to do and what you want to look into. But there are ways in other studios. I don't really agree with how they said this phraseology, but if you're not doing things to the style and the the depth of what some of these photographers do, then you're faking it. And really, in my way of thinking, they're faking it too. Okay, so don't let that get you down. They're faking the pour so that the look and the effect and everything else is exactly what they want it to be. So um, it's crazy, but you're using gravity and all the other laws of physics involved in this, and that's part of why um, I do delve into some of the science behind things, because in my experience with shooting product photography for almost 8 years, there are some real cool things that can be done with photography, and you rotate the picture, it looks like it's completely designed a different way. So that's the important thing of selecting the right flute stemware. Now, often sparkling drinks are not that expensive. So if you're shooting a product that is to be sold in a store, or someone else is wanting to showcase it, or perhaps the brand itself, you could perhaps look at buying two and shoot in such a way so that as you get the pour shot, but you also have the bottle set in the background. That would be branding, logo, and the specific sparkling drink itself, if the flavor is the most important part of the advertisement and that sort of detail of the shot. So these 3 tips I hope are super helpful to you. This is a lot of what I went through on a day-to-day basis when I was shooting product photography in this specific way and doing some wine shots. It was very important that we got what the client wanted done, and putting together all the different parts, pieces, and not just the label, not just the age of the wine, but the style, the flavor, and the color. It was all for somebody just coming into it, it could be very overwhelming. But while you have opportunity, take time to play around with it and have fun at making this your own specific style shoot and everything else. So if you don't have somebody paying for your sparkling drink or giving you these things, then it's very very key that if you use a well-known brand but an inexpensive bottle, then you could perhaps do that very sort of thing. Or in one suggestion, you could use the coloration of carbonated water and color it with food coloring or whatever, and match the color very closely, and do the pour of that carbonated water and not opening the sparkling grape juice at all. So you just have the sparkling grape juice in the background and you do your sparkling water pour. That's very much actually, you might be surprised how frequently that is used instead of opening up the sparkling grape juice bottle itself. So thank you so much for watching. We look forward to seeing your comments down below of how this content has helped you, made you think about photography in a different way, and using the resources you have available to be able to shoot the things that you have on your plate and in contract. And so thank you so much for giving us those comments and a thumbs up so that other people can watch this content and be inspired as well. If you're not yet a subscriber, we would love to have your subscription. Thank you so much. God bless.